life-changing experience for me. It kind of guided where I wanted to go with my work, and it helped me to do a lot with just my own body and like that journey of kind of finding self-love. And so when Georgia asked if I could be here tonight, I was super excited because I was like, it feels surreal. It's kind of full circle, you know, and I miss seeing everyone. So I'm just really happy that I get to be here. Let's see. So a couple announcements Georgia wanted to go over. This is the last meeting before the final celebration. I'm sure she kind of filled you in on that already. It looks like the next group, if you were interested in re-upping, is March 23rd. So that would be for 2022 into 2023.
I think she actually told me today it's probably the 30th.
30th? Okay. So we'll bump that back a week, right? All right. So it sounds like it'll be. Okay.
She's kind of in the process of talking to a couple of people that might join.
Okay. They're more available later.
Did the
Okay.
Robin Stoloff thing go already?
No.
I don't know about that
She's
one.
gonna jump on and do.
Right, she's gonna be a part
I
of
think
that.
she's gonna be a part of that first session.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. So hopefully Georgia will keep you posted with that. I'm sure if there's changes, she'll let you know.
I'm gonna text my friend. I was just talking to her about it.
And then let's see.
It's tough for people to commit.
It is. Yeah. And then if you would like to schedule your 30-minute appointment with Georgia, I guess to discuss your next steps, you can schedule with her. Looks like she's giving 30-minute appointments just to kind of check in with everybody, see what direction you want to go with everything. So you can definitely talk with her about that and she can fill you in. And then let's see. In 2 weeks, March 9th is the final celebration. Okay, so yeah, 2 weeks from now. She said, just remember to wear something comfortable and that makes you feel beautiful and confident. And the celebration is going to be in person here. So
At 6?
yeah. It doesn't say. I can check with her though and just let her know. Yeah, you were asking, and have her reach out, but I think probably around the same time. Yeah. So that'll be fun. That'll be kind of a nice celebration to wrap up your experience and have some time together. And I think, let's see if there's anything else coming up. Okay, Tuesday, March 8th at 7 p.m. There's a firing up your metabolism session.
When is that?
That is Tuesday, March 8th at 7 p.m. Not sure if that's live or Zoom, but again, I can definitely have Georgia reach out to you on that more if you're interested. Wednesday, March 16th at 6 p.m. There's a Revolutionizing Your Health. Sounds fun. Yeah, sounds good. So there's that if you want to stick that.
Zoom or in person? The metabolism one on the 8th?
See, it doesn't say on here for those, but the last one, March 19th from 11 at 11 o'clock, there's 3 secrets to ditching diets forever plus a bonus topic, and that says in person. So I'm
Yeah, that's a
thinking,
long one.
I'm thinking maybe the first 2 they don't say either one, so maybe they're available via Zoom, and then this one is an in-person, the March 19th at 11.
11 to 3 or something.
Yeah, it looks like it. 3 secrets to ditching diets forever plus a bonus topic, so that'll be in person here.
That's my birthday. gift.
Yeah, what better way to spend it celebrating with everyone, right? Okay, so those are just a couple dates, a couple of fun things coming up. You can do, it looks like if you're interested in signing up, you can do it right on the Vitality site. So if you go on there, there might be some more information if it's Zoom versus in person too. So yeah, I think that is pretty much all the biggies as far as announcements go. Sounds like there's some fun stuff about to happen.
Coming up, yeah.
Yeah, a busy couple of months, so that's good. All right. So I just kind of wanted to use this as an opportunity to just reflect back on, you know, how the year has been for you, kind of think about all that you've accomplished, you know, the fact that you committed to a year-long journey to kind of put more time and effort into prioritizing yourself and working on self-care and just connecting with yourself and loving yourself. I mean, that's huge. That's not everyone takes the time or energy to do that. So it's just a really big thing that you made this commitment and that here you are, you know, you're celebrating almost a year into this. So it's a huge thing. It's a big,
Yay for us.
big accomplishment. You should be super proud of yourselves because it is when life's busy and the world's difficult out there, like it's very hard to just take time for yourself and, you know, to make yourself a priority. So the fact that you did all of this is just something to be super proud of. So great job. And I'm just going to get Carol back because I don't know. Can you see us now?
I
Okay.
can see you the whole time.
Okay, perfect.
Good. Yeah, it's great.
So I kind of just, I'm really into self-reflection questions. I really love it. I do it all the time just for fun. So I figured
Oh.
maybe we could just kind of, since it's a small group, there's just a couple of us, like look at questions on just kind of helping us think about all you've been through this past year and all the things that you've kind of accomplished. And maybe we can just talk. I was going to see if you wanted to write it down, but since there's just a few of us, I figure why don't we just kind of go at it and see if that works better. Just kind of talking about it. Is that okay? All right, cool. All right, here you go. So here's just a couple things that I thought could prompt us to do that. Okay, Carol, so I'm just handing out a paper and I wish I could share my screen because I had all the questions written down on here, but since I can't share my screen.
You can just tell me the questions.
All right, perfect. All right, so the first one that I was interested in would be, just because I'm really excited to hear how the experience has been for you. What would you say are your major takeaways from this? Like, what are you going to carry forward with you? I'm sure you've learned a lot and you've covered a lot and probably had some ups and downs. So like,
I
what
had
are
to,
you?
like really think like, can I separate the first year from the second year?
Yeah,
Like blends it together.
yeah,
Just keep showing up,
showing up.
trying.
Okay, showing up for yourself.
Good girl.
I love it. All right.
I don't do everything that I should do, but I still come and I still, because
Okay.
I might get something that'll light a fire under my butt.
That little spark that you need.
Yeah,
Okay, so just keep showing up, just keep trying.
yeah.
Yeah,
Just keep swimming, just.
yeah, you got some Finding Dory going. All right, Finding Nemo. Yeah, I mean that's what it's all about, really. 'Cause, I mean, it's more of the progress over like perfection, kind of.
Yeah.
You know, like the fact that you're willing to just keep showing up for yourself and be there. I think it matters even more when it's hard, like when it's challenging. You know. Yeah. Yeah.
And also for me, it's like that it's every day, like it's not just like spend a couple days doing healthy stuff. It's like every day, get in the habit, do the things like get up and move, get up and walk like every day. You
Okay.
know, like, when I'm sitting, I even go like this sometimes if I'm just sitting down because I want to move something and you know,
Okay.
and like have the supplements every day, do lemon water every day,
Right.
make it a routine so you don't even have to.
So it's really just shifting as like that's your life now. It's
Mhm.
kind of not an option. It's kind of a part of what you do.
Yeah, like they've
Yeah.
always said, it's a lifestyle change, not a diet.
Yeah, it's
changing a
so
lot of the
true.
lifestyle.
Yeah, it's just the everyday little habits that kind of
Mm.
over time create something so much bigger. But
Mhm.
yeah, it's showing up for yourself in those little ways that can really matter. Yeah, that's good. And you said you just incorporate more movement and okay. Good. Any other tips for fitting in little habits? Because I'm always open to them.
Yeah, I love that when we share. Because
Yeah.
somebody might do something that someone else. doesn't.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Like,
You
what
gave
else?
a great tip that has helped me. I try to get about 6 to 9 cups of vegetables a day. So
Okay.
that was from you, from Joanne. You were like, yeah, I just measure out 3 cups with every meal. So I forget if you said 6 or 9, but like that has
Really?
Yeah,
Okay, so just
really
like
going
incorporating the veggies in what you're already
Especially
doing.
when I first
Yeah.
started the detox, like that detox week, I
Yeah.
try to have so many. So I actually measure because I can't just eyeball. I have to make sure.
Yeah, and it's like if you're gonna have some protein, you make sure you have 3 cups of vegetables. Not that I always do make sure, but I'm so cognizant of it now. Like when I have my eggs
Right.
in the morning, I'm measuring out 3 cups of something to go with the eggs, to
Yeah.
put the eggs on top.
Breakfast can be
Okay.
tough,
You know?
but
Yeah,
you just gotta do it. And then you
Yeah.
feel good because you start the day with all those goodies.
it's true. You're fueling yourself for whatever comes, right?
Yeah.
I love that idea. Yeah, just kind of incorporate it right in and make sure you measure it out. And I like that.
Because if you
Yeah.
miss them at breakfast and you miss them at lunch, then you're not eating like all those veggies at dinner.
That's it's a lot to
Like,
pack in all at
filling.
once, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of cool. It probably fuels you then throughout the day too. So it's like if your energy starts to deplete a little bit, that's probably a good way to kind of keep you going, like up it a little bit as you're moving through your
Yeah,
daily
I'm
routine.
amazed at like, based on how I grew up,
Mhm.
what I eat now, it's like totally different. Like I eat almost all vegetables.
Really?
Like I'm not a vegetarian, but
Mhm.
most of my food that I eat is vegetable.
Okay.
A little bit of protein.
Yeah.
And like right now, like I don't even eat grains, which I know I have to incorporate,
Okay.
but I got into that habit because I did so well couple of times ago on the cleanse,
Mhm.
that I'm like, I'm gonna keep doing this because I had
Mhm.
lost so much weight. I was feeling really good. So I never incorporated grains back in.
Okay,
I
yeah.
was talking to Georgia today. I said, no, I need to do that. Have a potato once in a while.
Right. So you're
Um,
kind of trying to like diversify your food
yeah,
choices
like
a
I don't
little
have a
bit
balanced
and
diet, right? Well, I'm
okay.
still on the detox. I forget what day it ends. But,
Okay. Yeah. Do you feel like when you incorporate the veggies more, do you notice how you physically feel with it? Like, have you noticed a difference just in how your body feels? Or,
oh yeah, because I've been doing it now for
Yeah.
almost 2 years, like
That's
having so
amazing.
many vegetables.
that's great.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like unbelievable.
Yeah. Big difference from before when you weren't like
Oh, and before I used to eat so
So
bad.
good.
Processed, like it's
Okay. That's
now
awesome.
like hardly anything in the box.
Okay. Yeah, more of the all natural.
Yeah, go to the produce
Great.
junction instead of the shop.
Nice. Okay. Lisa. Oh, hey Lisa.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? I was so sorry I couldn't be there in person today. I had
It's okay.
I had a chiropractor appointment and couldn't get. I just walked in the house now. It was right down the road from my house. He was so backed up.
Yeah. Well, thanks for making it anyway. I'm glad
Oh,
you
I
could.
wanted to. I wanted to make it. Hi, everybody.
Yeah. Can you see everyone
I
kind of?
see Lisa. I see Lisa. I see Carol. I
There you go.
heard Joanne. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Joanne.
Hey.
Yeah, we were just kind of starting with some reflections. Kind of just wanted to
Okay.
make a look back on this past year and everything that you accomplished. So,
Okay.
next week's or not next week, the next session's your official celebration. So, just
Okay.
kind of wanted to use this as an opportunity to kind of wrap things up and just see how far you've come. So,
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, we were just kind of going over some questions to kind of get us thinking about that. And the first one was just, what are you carrying forward from this experience? So we were
Oh.
kind of just thinking about that. What are you going to take with you? So,
Yeah, that's really good. I guess that's really good. That's something I have to think about for a moment. That's
hey,
good
take
though.
your time. We're
Okay.
yeah, definitely. Just chime in, yell if you when you're ready.
Okay.
Yeah. So anything else that anyone's carrying forward?
Yeah, I think I'm in transition a little. I'm still in transition, like of making time for myself. So,
Mm.
and then still being able to get done everything I need to get done. But
Right.
I really am carrying like that whole time to care for me forward, like making more food. Like I'll get up at 5 o'clock in the morning now and I'll do yoga, I'll do my devotional, I'll do, time to think. And it's not
Okay.
always just work, which has
Mm.
always been me. I joined this program, I think. Like I would have some lists and lists and lists. And
Right.
I just feel like going, like this, I guess it's year 3 or 4. When did it start?
I think I want to say 2019 was the first. I
Mm.
think it was the year I did it. So yeah, you've been
So
you've been
we're
every
gonna
year
start
since,
the
right?
fourth one.
Yeah.
So you're coming
Yeah.
up on 4 years.
So for me,
That's
it's
great.
been emotional healing, which is just
Yeah. That's
confidence
huge.
and
Mhm.
standing up for me. So I'm really carrying that into my life now. So
Good.
this year has been stronger than ever because of a lot of different things, which maybe we'll talk about as we go down this list. So
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's just so important though, to show up for you and to make that time, just to really say like, I'm worth it.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
it's
I
not
just
easy.
really am.
It's been so
It's not.
difficult. It really has. It's I've had to keep my house cleaner.
Mhm.
I've had to have conversations that are difficult. I've had to give certain things up that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I'm still in transition. But I guess
Yeah.
we're always in transition.
I mean,
I haven't arrived, I can tell you that, but I'm so
okay.
much healthier than when I started this journey. So
Yeah. And that's such a big part of it too, just like your emotional health, your mental health. I mean, when that's kind of coming together, that's when the other things tend to fall into place. But it's hard to kind of try and address all areas of your life all at once. So the fact that you're kind of focusing on really kind of getting that honed in is huge, because that's going to trickle over, into everything else.
I see it. I really
You
do.
notice a difference. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's some challenges I have ahead. But
Yeah.
what I do, I see it. I'm
Mhm.
thankful.
That's amazing. Good. And that's also just a really good point about the self-care, like going forward, if whether you continue and re-up for the program or whether you're kind of going to branch out and do your own thing, like it's just reminding yourself that that's just so important, and that kind of has to be a priority to continue all the work that you already put in, like to kind of keep up with that, and just that self-care can be on so many levels. It could mean eating nourishing foods, or it could mean moving your body in a way that you really love and it feels good, or it could mean like you said, some of the things that are even more tough, like having hard conversations about, I'm worthy of this and I need to stand up for myself. It could be like setting boundaries with people.
You could be moving cross country because you know you're not as happy.
It
where you
could,
are, you
it
gotta
could,
move.
it could be physically changing your environment. It could be changing your environment with who you interact with. Like if you find that some people are emotionally draining or they're not supporting you in your goals, like, I mean, there's just such a, so many levels to it, really. It's just the fact that you're like, hey, I'm in it. Whatever it is, I'm in it. Like that's what matters, you know? That's awesome. Okay, great. Anyone else have anything that they
I
want
just need
to
to get my
share
steps
for
in.
what you're carrying through from your experience?
How about you, Karen?
Yeah, how about the zoomies?
I think I feel, and I'm kind of just getting thrown in here now, so my thoughts are not like totally organized in my head. But I think what I'll carry through this is that it's every time I learn something, I know that I have to go further and learn more. Like it's not something that just ends. Like I think it's just a continuing journey of learning and developing into who you're becoming and just taking it one step at a time. That's really what I think. So as I move forward into the next year, that's what I want to remember. I kind of want to remember where I came, like where I started and where I'm going to, you know, that's what I think. It might not be really organized, but that's what's going on in my head right now.
It makes perfect sense. I think just, absolutely. Just, it's kind of about the journey, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And I say like, we're a different person every day that we wake up. Like we've lived more life, we have more experience. So it's kind of like
It's true.
to be open to continuing to know ourselves better and to kind of follow that journey wherever it takes you. You know, it's great that it's an ongoing thing, that there isn't necessarily an end date. It's kind of nice that we have that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
we have that ability to keep trying to be the best versions of ourselves we can be for
Yeah,
us.
right.
Pretty cool to have that
Yeah.
chance, really, you know?
That's really good.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, cool. Carol, do you have anything?
Well,
You on the spot, but if you want to share, go ahead.
no, that's okay. You know, I think everything everybody said is so true. You know, you just keep evolving and changing. And I'm going to start my cleanse tomorrow, finally. There was a group doing them and I got it, and I've gone to some of the meetings, but I knew I wouldn't be able to really focus. And I'm home now again, and I don't have anything planned for the next couple of weeks. So I know I really can focus and do this. And I really need it desperately because I've sort of gotten off the path the last month. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm really looking forward to and it always makes you feel so much better. And all of the, you know, the meetings are just the reinforcement from the other people, and the suggestions are always so helpful. And the support from all of you is great. So yeah.
Will you make it tomorrow night?
Yes, I'll be on Zoom tomorrow night. Absolutely. Yes.
Great.
So
Sounds like you're kind of refocusing on what you need to do for you. That's
right.
wonderful.
Well, it was my birthday and it was a big one, and people keep taking me out. It's been delightful.
It's so hard. I know.
That's nice.
It was, you know, last Wednesday or one of the meetings, people took me out to dinner, and people I hadn't seen in a while. It was like a surprise. I mean, it was very nice. So yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
sweet.
So, well, it was a big birthday too. So
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. You know, that's
I did.
enjoying yourself and finding joy in things. So, okay, ready?
Happy
birthday.
Oh,
Happy birthday.
Lisa Price has one too.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Happy birthday to you.
Well, and Lisa Price is the next day. Hers is the day after.
Ah, look at
Happy
that.
Happy birthday to
Birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Yes.
It's the fast version.
Version, yeah.
You know what? I'm glad that you enjoyed. I'm glad you celebrated and had a good time. There's a lot to be said for that too. So, like you said, now you're kind of refocusing on your goals. That's awesome. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So what challenges? This is, I think, one of my favorite questions, just because I think that there's just so much growth in the challenge, you know, so much opportunity to know yourself better when you think of all the things that you had an opportunity to overcome. So like, what would you say were your biggest challenges with your relationship with yourself or with the topics in the program? Like, would
I
you?
lost my sister this year.
Oh,
and it's just been
I'm so
really
sorry to hear that. Okay.
No, it's a work in progress, but it's still
Mhm.
difficult.
Mm.
But it was in June and
Oh.
I was right in the middle of the cleanse. And I was doing really
Yeah.
well. And then
Okay.
not anymore.
So it's been a year of grieving
I'm
and
still
yeah.
climbing my way back up.
Yeah.
But,
Well, that's big, big,
She'll
big
help
life
you.
transition. Yeah, a big
Yeah.
change. And a lot, I mean, it's very hard too to focus on you when
yeah.
you're trying to be something for everyone else and show up and support and just
Yeah.
grieve, the sadness that comes with that and yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I just try to stay as busy as I can.
okay. All right. And the fact that you're still here, you're still showing up,
Yeah.
like you said, it's about showing up and still
I gotta push,
trying.
I gotta push.
Yeah. But that takes a lot of strength to still push through, especially when you're hurting like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Wow. Definitely a big challenge. Mm. Yeah. Any other challenges? Anything that you can say?
I remember
Hey, I
for
face this.
almost 2 years saying to Georgia, I need to start an exercise program, like something I can do every day that I can strength training and aerobics, all that. I
Yeah.
was doing some yoga and meditation, that was fine, but I needed something else to build my muscle.
Right.
And it just took me 2 years almost. But now about 40 days ago, because I joined another challenge,
Uh-huh.
40 day, we're on day 40. So 40 days
Okay.
ago I started, and every morning I do working out.
Wonderful.
But
Wow.
it was for some reason, it was a challenge for me to start doing it. I don't know. Sometimes you just say, oh, I gotta do that. I gotta do that.
Mhm.
Wait.
Has
Finally-
anyone else
finally one
struggled
day
with
I
that?
started.
Like just being like, I know I want to do it, but actually starting, like, is that something else anyone else kind of struggles with?
Yeah.
Kind of knowing you want to do something, but actually just kind of
But you
being
keep
ready to
saying, "I
start
wanna
it
doing
or
that, I wanna start doing that."
Yeah.
You don't do it.
yeah. Well, that's great. You found something that works. And
Yeah, and I love it.
yeah. And sometimes too, it's a matter of finding something that you actually enjoy, because we tend to stick with things that we enjoy, or if it's something that we feel like we're doing as like because we have to, or it's a punishment, or like that kind of thing, like we're only doing this because we should. It's really hard to stick with it. So to find something that actually motivates you, to spark some kind of joy or something that makes you feel really good, like
Yeah.
sometimes it's just a matter of finding the right thing. So I'm glad you found it. That's awesome. Yeah.
And it was from Denise, was in
Yeah?
our group.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
She
Okay.
knows the girl who does it and turned me on to it. So
Perfect.
this group is very helpful.
There you go. See, it's kind of like that wave effect.
Yeah.
It's great for this, and it's great for other areas of your life too. It's really cool. Yeah. All right. Any other challenges that you've overcome with just being in a group or over the past year? Anybody else have anything you want to add?
Well, this year I just had trouble. My challenge was staying focused, and I'm still wavering with that. So that's something I'm bringing forth into next year and trying to stay a little bit more focused. I don't know if it was just having a lot going on in my life or just the world. I don't know, but it was just hard for me to stay focused on, healthy eating, healthy choices, healthy exercise. Like it was just, I would just waver from that. But that was my biggest challenge this year,
The focus. Okay.
focusing.
Yeah, and that was my biggest challenge too. Like the first 2 years, I did a much better job staying on track. And this last year, I've had much more trouble focusing
Mhm.
on the exercising and just everything.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. So Lisa and I both have to work on that.
Yes. Yeah, Karen.
Can you think of something that would help with that, Carol or Lisa? Like you did so well 1 year, but then in 2 years, and in the third year you didn't. Like, can you think of something that was different, or
Like something
Maybe we're
I
just
don't-
tired of doing the same. I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm thinking I'm taking out. There's a chart that I had my first year that I used. I don't have the chart. It wasn't from TSL. It was from, or TLS. It was something that Georgia had. And so next time I see her, I'm going to ask her for this. It was like a food chart thing. And and she would write in how much I should eat in each column, like.
Okay.
So I don't, and I don't, I have to still look. I might still have one floating around here, but maybe if I go back to the basics, I think that's what I have to do.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You know, go
Yeah.
back to the begin, like start fresh, go back to the beginning thing. So I could, because, you know, like I have a goal in mind that I want to get to, and I want to maintain it. And I want to, like, I know where like I have a vision for myself. So I just now need to take the steps to get there. That's kind of like my process. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Have either of you ladies done that whole Sankofa thing?
No, I don't even know what that
What
is.
is that? What is that, Lisa?
Look up the definition, because I'm probably not gonna say it right.
What was it called?
It's called a Sankapa. Have you done, did you do
It's so
that?
fun. I actually did it the end of January. Yeah, I
I
just did
just
for my first time.
redid
It
it.
was so fun. Yeah, it
Okay,
was
so
great.
I'm gonna describe it and jump into it,
Yeah,
'cause I don't know if I'm
you'll
going
probably
to.
no, you'll probably describe it better than I can. So.
But
So I've done it for 2 years in a row now, right? And I did it with Nancy, the yoga therapist.
Mhm.
And last year, I guess it's kind of like what you want to filter your life through. I guess you could say it's a goal, but it's like, who is it that you believe you are and want to become, I guess, all at the same time, almost, kind of.
Yeah.
So last year, I said, I'm a peaceful woman. And so everything that I did leading on my journey was focused through that. So but then I found that certain things weren't causing me peace for this year. So let's go back to last year. Well, if I'm not eating properly, I'm not at peace. If my home is not organized properly, I'm not at peace. If my relationships are not good, I'm not at peace. If I'm taking on things. So like whenever I would do things, it would be like, is this going to interfere with my Sankapa? Right? So like I would really encourage you guys to talk to Georgia about it. And because it goes very deep. Like, wouldn't you say?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it definitely does. There was like some meditation involved, some true like connecting with yourself.
Yes.
But
And
yeah,
then
it's
they
so
plant
great.
then the seed is planted for that Sankapa. And it's not, it's like, so did you do it with Georgia or Nancy?
But they were both on there, but Nancy,
Oh,
Nancy was
okay.
kind of leading it. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
where it's like from the questions that you're given, it's like a packet of information. They're able to discern through it and help you walk through what it is that you're really trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
So
It was definitely a great experience.
it was really good. And then for
Yeah.
this year, Nancy and I did it again. And as I'm telling her, you know, about I'm not having that peace I want in my life. I'm not having it. And she's like, well, let's explore why. And we did. And, you know, it turns out that, you know, a lot of times I feel like I'm not enough. And so I had to figure that out too. I had to be confident in certain things. And so it's just really been a breakthrough for me. So I encourage you girls to do it. If you're stuck, that'll unstick you.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Lisa, I have to tell you something else.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. That app, that affirmation app, it is, it's so, I just love it so much. I can't even tell you how much, like sometimes I just need something at that very moment and it pops up. And because I have the watch too, I could see it on my watch if I don't even have my phone. And it will say something. And I'm like, oh my God, the universe is talking to me. How did it know I just needed that?
Oh, I love that.
It's amazing. I'm not kidding you. It's like the most, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's an app called I Am.
Really.
And it
I
does-
missed, wait a minute. I missed, what app is this?
It's called I Am.
I am. Okay.
It's truly like first I did the trial because I'm like, you know, I don't know. And then I'm like, oh, this thing, I think it has something to it, something that really resonates with me. So then I purchased it and I'm so happy I did. I can't even tell you how, sometimes when it's a really good one, I'll snap a picture of it so I keep it on file. So when I want to go back, I have them on file.
Yeah,
you can
that's a
save
great
it under
idea.
hearts too. You can save it under.
Oh, okay. I saw the hearts there. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'll have to look that up. I am.
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay, I'll definitely get it. Yeah,
It really is.
that's awesome.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
here's the thing, we have to feed our brains with the right stuff.
Mhm.
You know, like how many times a day,
Yeah.
George just taught us, do we tell us to give ourselves a hard time?
Mhm.
I used to do that all the time. I would
Yeah.
be like, oh,
Yeah.
you know, and it, like even like today, on my way here, something happened earlier and I'm downing myself for something that I said. And I'm just like, all right, well, what am I going to do to get that out of my head?
Mhm.
Well, I put on some loud music in my car and I'm singing and I'm clapping and I'm just like, we gotta replace that negativity with
Yeah.
something positive. So whether it's an app or a
Mhm.
song or I don't know.
Like you're rewiring those
Mhm.
those like neurons in there. You're kind of like,
Yeah.
and the more you do it, the more easily it'll come. Like you'll be able to catch yourself faster and then refocus faster on the
I think
positive.
so. It's like a
Yeah.
muscle.
'Cause
Yeah.
it's so true. That's a great point. Like we are living out what we tell ourselves. We're living out our narrative, our story.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're telling yourself I'm not enough or I did this wrong or like we're gonna live as if that's the truth because why wouldn't we? We're telling ourselves that. So
Right. And how can you
good point. Like you have to just conscious effort all the time to catch those thoughts and be like, you know what? We got this. We can do this, you know? You're doing it. You're already doing it. You're in the thick of it and you're doing awesome. Yeah. Very cool. Another thing I worked on too, I don't know if anyone else has tried this, but has anyone done like a vision board to stay
Yes.
focused on like kind of your goals or what it is you want?
You
Yeah.
know what? I don't think Georgia did it this year though. We might
No.
want to talk to her about doing that next
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
That helped a lot.
It's just a fun thing too. It gets you excited about what you want to accomplish. And then I
Yeah,
love
we
it. I
did
look
it
at it
at
all the
the-
time. Yeah.
You were
Retreat.
there.
Yeah.
We did.
Didn't we do it at the retreat?
I don't remember. I
We
was
did
only
it
at
at
one of them
Lisa's
though.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I
Okay.
don't remember those
Where you
ones.
cut stuff out of the magazine.
Oh,
and you
no,
put it
Yeah.
no,
on. Yeah.
I didn't do that.
I just always find it fun to make. It gets me excited about life and what I want to do. And it helps me, like, I'll look at it every morning when I wake up and then every night before I go to bed just to kind of stay focused. I'll put like
Oh, that's neat. Yeah.
pictures, quotes that inspire me, whatever it is, my goals, like
Yeah.
kind of act as if they already came true so that I'm in that mindset.
There you go.
And then hopefully they pan out. The more you believe in yourself, the more you're kind of going to take the steps to do it. So
What did
Yeah.
Georgia say? If you envision yourself for 17 seconds,
Yeah.
you can you know,
Yes.
it can happen.
that's pretty,
You know, I've been
pretty
thinking about
amazing, right?
myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you spell the same
Great.
or whatever that
I
is?
just put SANCOPPA.
I'll look it up and I'll,
Oh my goodness,
don't
I can't
know.
even.
I'll look it up and then I'll tell
Yeah.
you.
Cool. Right. I guess.
Probably COPA.
Yeah.
But it was a really good experience. It was really,
Yeah.
I think my takeaway from that was like at the end of the day, it was, I trust myself, like
Yeah.
was the one I came up with. So it's really cool how it kind of, like Lisa was saying, gets you to all these different levels of like, all right, what is it really you want your story to be for yourself? Like that guides you in all the actions that you take.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great experience. Yeah. Yeah.
You had both of them. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Georgia and
It was really fun. Yeah. Yeah. And it was actually just my best friend that did it with me too. So it was the four of us. It was like really nice. I'm glad she got to do it. Yeah. She really loved it too. Yeah. All right, let's see. Is there, I guess, I kind of like the next one too. Is there anything you learned about yourself that surprised you this year and through your journey with us?
I like vegetables more than I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
All
one.
right. I love it.
And when I, sorry, I have a bad throat. And I try to visualize them after I eat. Because what did Georgia say? They scrub your insides or
Ooh.
something.
Okay.
what do? What that?
The vegetables scrub
Oh,
your
that is
insides.
good.
Oh, I like
That
that.
is good.
Fiber going through your intestines.
Yeah, so I kind of try to.
That's a good, I like that visualization. I'm like literally.
I'm going down
Okay.
and getting rid of the bad
Yeah.
stuff.
All right. Nice.
Because I always would eat vegetables, but I didn't
Yeah.
really like think about
Right.
How
how
good they
they
were
were. Yeah.
for you.
I could use some help with that too. Did you find any like creative new ways to prepare them to
I
make them
just
better, or you just
steam
like
everything now.
okay? So you just tried different
And
ones.
I really like it.
Okay.
Steaming. Yeah,
Nice. All
my
right.
new thing.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
Very good.
My
Fried.
go-to is that
Yeah.
darn,
Oh, there.
Well, use
Uh-huh.
it for
the Instant
chicken.
Pot with eggplant.
Yup.
Oh, yeah,
Instant Pot's
that's
great
easy.
too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is anyone else surprised by anything or?
I think I've been surprised how easy it is to make some healthy meals. You know, I thought, oh, this is going to be so hard, and it's not. Some of the recipes are so easy and they're
Right.
very tasty.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah.
That's great. That's yeah.
Yeah, and I think I mentioned this before. I think I'm surprised that I can eat like mostly from the produce store.
Right.
Like I
Yeah.
rarely have to go to ShopRite.
And it's things you enjoy too, like
Yeah.
things that make you feel good. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I have a hard time using one of those, like the MyFitnessPal. I used to use that.
Yeah.
Or Chronometer. I want to try to use it to see how
Mhm.
much fiber I'm really getting. But I'm
Right.
having a hard time because when I used to use it, I would
Yeah.
scan the things.
Right. Yeah.
I'm like, now I have nothing to scan. I have
Right.
to type everything in. I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
this is too
A
hard.
little hard to scan like a
I used to
banana
scan
or
the packages and
yeah.
stuff, but now I don't need packages and
Right.
stuff.
Right.
I'm like,
Gotta
Good
gotta
time.
get creative
Yeah,
with
it's a
ways
good
to look
lesson,
at
but
it. Yeah. That's great though. Yeah. It's like you found something that works.
yeah.
Yeah. Very good. That's
You
right.
know what? I'm fine. So might sound a little weird, right? But in my journey with this, I've really dug into decluttering stuff, right?
Mhm.
And I found that one of my problems is I don't finish things, right?
Okay.
So even if I'm taking food out and I'm preparing it, I'm not putting stuff back. Or I'm doing laundry and I'm gonna take it out, but I'm not gonna finish folding it and putting it away, right?
Mhm.
So I feel like I'm exercising that muscle. And now, like I learned that about myself, like, but
Yeah.
I didn't really know, like I was always so frustrated. Why is my house cluttered? Why is it cluttered?
Okay.
And now I feel like this is getting ready to skyrocket into even more of this health journey, like,
Okay.
why is it that I can start something with it
Huh.
and not finish it? Like I was talking to Joanne, I got it. Like, why can't I lose 30 pounds? Like it's that stick to itiveness. Like I can do the yoga, I can do
Right.
my garden, I can do all these other things.
Uh-huh.
But, like I start it and I don't finish it. So
Okay.
I don't know if my brain's retraining a little bit. I don't know on that.
Yeah.
Just because of that simple thing that I discovered.
Yeah.
You know?
What a huge
So
breakthrough though. Like,
I feel like
that's-
it kind of was.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah.
mean, that could answer so many questions for yourself. Of,
It's starting to show me how
Yeah.
it's affecting me in life, honestly.
Yeah.
Like it's a crazy pattern,
Yeah.
right? It's
Yeah.
As women, we are always doing multiple things at once,
Mhm.
but, so when I'm cooking something over there and it, like the water has to boil or something.
Yeah.
I'm doing dishes. Like you'd be surprised what you can do in 1 minute.
Yeah.
And it's done. And then you don't have to.
Right. So you
Little
found
stuff
ways to
like
kind of
that.
multitask a little.
you can-
Yeah.
That's what I've been reading about, actually.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's like set the timer, and you can. I hate to empty the dishwasher.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it there
Yeah.
forever. Well,
Right.
set the timer for 5 minutes. It takes
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Right.
Or put a song on that's like 3 minutes long
Right.
and try to do it.
Right.
Yeah, and it's like we have these things in our brain where
Yeah.
it's
Uh-huh.
like, come on, like you can finish this in less
Right.
than 4 minutes. What's the
Right.
hang up?
What do they say? Like work smarter, not harder. So it's like you're
Yeah.
kind of finding ways to make the best use of your time so that
I think so.
you're not stretched as thin. You're kind of like,
And so that
Yeah.
I'm not. So if my house isn't cluttered, my brain isn't cluttered, my life
Yeah.
isn't cluttered.
Because if
Like,
you know that
Mhm.
those dishes are in there and they need to come out, you're gonna be thinking about that. and
It's
gonna
clutter.
bother you, like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Clutter.
it's the clutter, so get it done and
Yeah.
you'll be like, ooh, I'm free.
yeah,
that is amazing. Just the changes we can make around us to
Yeah.
find that peace within us.
The
Like it really
environment-
is. Like I'm the same way,
environment
Lisa. Like
gives you
if there's
peace.
clutter, I'm good for nothing. Like I
Yes,
just
so
I
yeah.
lose it. I'm just like,
I won't go to bed with any dirty dishes. in the
Yeah.
sink anymore. I just won't.
God
yeah.
bless you. I'm not there.
It's a hard thing though to get there, but I can
Yeah.
relate to just
Yeah.
feeling cluttered in my mind when
Yeah.
my environment's cluttered. It's
Yeah.
it totally takes my focus off of everything. So yeah, that's great. You're finding ways
But
to
the
work it.
rest of
be
the house is all
productive.
dusty,
Yeah.
but at least my kitchen.
That's right. That's right.
Mhm. Yeah.
There's nothing in
Yeah.
the sink.
Yeah. For real.
It's shiny.
That's good. Yeah. So it sounds like everyone kind of learned a little something about themselves that maybe you wouldn't have realized,
Yeah.
which is kind of the whole point. It's about that growth. It's about connecting more with who you are. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's great. It really is. What are some ways you think moving forward you can continue to make time to love yourself? Like what can you do to make yourself feel good? And so I think that's always important too when you're kind of coming to the end of something to think like, a little bit about how am I still going to stick with this, even, you know, if the program changes or if I'm not a part of it or whatever it might be, like kind of having a game plan. Like, how are you going to continue this?
Is this number 4?
Yeah,
Oh, I said,
I'm wordy. I just
I
throwing it
said
in there.
work on exercising.
Okay. Nice. You got this.
What would you
Yeah, so keep that like
Maybe tomorrow.
keep that physical movement in there. I like
Start
it.
it.
Is there a way to even morph that into like find something that I love to do?
Lisa Taylor, do you see what I'm doing? I've been doing this for a while now.
Ah, good for you.
Can't just sit there.
No.
I can't.
Yeah. Like what'll
I love-
I mean, I could, but I'd rather
Okay.
not.
yeah, like what will motivate you to want to do that? I think is so important to figure out.
Yeah.
Right? What's gonna make you want to keep doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that could be a lot of different things, a lot of different factors in place. Mhm.
I feel like my lifestyle changed, like just having the garden and the animals. And this year, a big accomplishment was, well, Joanne came over and helped me clear out my son's bedroom upstairs.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm turning that into like my prayer yoga room, and it has changed into that.
Wow, that's
So I
great.
feel like the environment, like how could I eat unhealthy if I'm growing all of this food? You know what I
I
mean?
just love
Like,
the theme. Like your theme is carrying over so much into
thanks.
yeah, it's the focus and the decluttering and like of everything. Like it just seems like it's all intertwining for you.
Well, it's been a couple
Yeah.
of years, so it's about time.
Hey, when we're ready, we're ready.
But to your whole life to get there, it's gonna take a
Yeah.
little while to
Yeah.
get
Seriously,
on
like you
there.
said, you're reprogramming. That doesn't happen
Transitioning,
overnight.
yeah.
Yeah, you're transitioning. Those are the important times though, the transition periods, you know, when you
They're
learn the most
scary.
about yourself.
It's true.
They are
but it's
scary, though.
and,
Change is
yeah.
hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if you know it's probably a good change, it's really hard to get out of our comfort zones. It's terrifying, you
I've
know.
been saying lately, nothing's
Yeah.
gonna change if nothing changes.
Love
I mean,
it.
it's so
I love
easy,
it.
but it's so
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah. Yep. And it's just showing yourself time and time again that even during those transition periods, like you're in it to win it. You're there for yourself. Doesn't really matter what's going on. You're gonna keep showing up, you know, which you've proven, you know, again and again. You do. Yeah. You all have, just by doing this program, you've proven like, hey, I'm in it for myself to make it a reality, whatever it is you want, really.
Yay to us.
Yeah,
Yay,
guys, like
girls.
this is big. It's huge.
Mhm.
Right. So what are some ways you think you can carry on with some self-care, like whether that's physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, like what are some set things that you can do to keep making sure you take care of yourself in all those different realms? Does anyone have any ideas moving forward?
I have to find
Yeah.
a therapist.
Find a therapist, okay?
You could be in luck.
I know.
Are you a therapist?
I am. I'm actually going to start working here.
Oh.
So yeah,
Well,
You
guess
found
what, Dawn?
one.
You found one.
Hi.
Yay.
we did it. We.
Yay.
I'm
One
Dawn.
step down. Hey, Dawn.
I'm a
I'm
wacko.
Kelly.
How are you?
You are not, and I. No, you're absolutely not.
You just
You are amazing.
It's all working.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It is. But yeah, and this could mean, like we were saying before too, it could be me doing something physical, or it could mean standing up for yourself. It could mean removing yourself from certain people, places, things. It could mean making an effort to surround yourself with people who support and love you. Like there's so many things involved in self-care. Like it doesn't just have to be the obvious, like, you know, while it can be, that's wonderful too. Like, hey, I want to get a massage, or I want to take a walk. Like that's amazing if that makes you feel good. But there's so many things you can do to
Well, even
take care of
just
yourself.
coming to the meetings and everything, I pick
Yeah.
up stuff, and
Yeah.
you know, I do accounts payable where I work, and
Okay.
I'd always be fighting, like, why are they doing it this way? And that's not the right price, and blah, 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 blah. You know what somebody said to me a couple weeks ago?
What?
Dawn, just pay the bills.
Oh,
What we lose over here, we make up over here. I totally don't agree
okay.
with that, but that gives me an out, because that person is
Yeah.
a supervisor.
There you go.
So you know what? I stopped
Mm.
arguing.
Mm.
I stopped.
That's good
calling it,
self-care.
Yeah.
Why are you?
It's kind of like you gave yourself
does that
permission to
get
kind of
me?
let some things go that aren't in your
Doesn't get me.
control. Yeah.
Gets me stressed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody else cares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why should I?
You're right.
Mhm.
So that's a form of self-care,
Right,
figuring
and
out where do
that's-
you want to direct that energy?
Yeah.
Because we all only have so much of it to give,
Yeah.
How much are you
You know?
supposed to take on with,
and you're one person.
right?
Not any one person can take on everything.
Right.
So
So
that's awesome. I love
it's
that.
made my
Yeah.
day a lot more peaceful
Good.
at work.
That's wonderful. You're noticing the
Nice.
changes
And it's
already.
hard for me because I'm
Mm.
the fixer.
Uh-huh.
I want to fix it.
Yeah.
Guess what? It's not my money.
Yeah. So it
I
sounds
like
like you just
it.
kind of like allowed yourself to give up that control a little of,
I mean, it
Feeling
is 'cause the
responsible, you
profit
know?
sharing suffers.
yeah.
But you know what?
Yeah.
Your boss
Hey.
specifically said, stop
Right.
doing that.
Yeah.
Just pay the bills.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm sure you're great at doing what everything that you, because it sounds like you go above and beyond.
I
So I'm
do.
sure that just the things
And
that you're
that's when you
expected
get
to do, you're
yourself in
wonderful.
trouble. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you are focusing your energy on what you can control, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Anyone else have any ideas for how you want to move forward with just making time for you and taking care of you?
I think I want to remember that how good I feel when I exercise in the morning, because I did that for because I started this in October of I think 18, I think, and I did so great. And then this last year I just stopped, and then I just started a couple weeks ago again, and I remembered how good I feel in the morning, like starting my day like that. So that's one little thing, but that's something I want to continue with.
That's wonderful. Yeah, absolutely.
That's actually a big thing, I think.
I know.
because-
I think that's huge.
Yeah.
And just like kind of fully experiencing that feeling, just being
Yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly.
like kind of taking notice of how it does make you feel and how it makes you connect with your body. And when
Mhm.
you do that, do you notice it kind of sets your intention for the rest of the day? Or
Yes, exactly. I feel like I accomplished something before 5:30.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So hey, if nothing else, even that, just getting you kind of in a good mindset for the rest of the day is
Yeah.
great.
It
Yeah.
does make you feel good.
Yeah, so that's a huge thing. Yeah.
One of the things for me is, it's not that it was new for me, like I didn't learn it really, but it just sort of, because of COVID, we hadn't been around a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize how much I missed that, I guess, because I'm a big extrovert, people person and all.
Yeah.
So what's working for me right now is I have a lot of groups that I'm a part of, like even on
Okay.
Zoom,
Yeah.
like my exercise in the morning
Mhm.
is a Facebook group. And I
Okay.
connect with all of them and we message each other.
That's
And
great.
then every morning I do a Bible study on Zoom, and all those people are around the country and we talk to each
Nice.
other, and
Okay.
and then there's this group, and
That's
it works
amazing.
well. And then there's that weight loss
Mhm.
challenge I'm on. And
Yeah.
we talk, so I like having groups of things that I'm a part of,
Good.
and those people are supportive
Yeah.
of me, I'm supportive of them.
What an
so-
awesome way to take care of yourself by connecting with other
Yeah.
people and
Yeah.
that like making sure that support's available to you. And
Yeah, and
and
it's
also-
technology that makes that happen.
right. Which
so-
kind of just proves too how adaptable you are. Like when COVID happened, we all just had to change so much in life. And the fact that you found a way to still, being an extrovert and knowing that connection is important to you,
Yeah.
like that's very adaptive to be able to say like, hey, I'm still going to do this and find a way to do it even with all these other limitations. Like that's a big thing.
Some of us
Yeah.
fought against it really hard.
Hey, it's life changing. I mean, it's tempting to resist what's scary or what we don't understand. But yeah, that's amazing. You found ways to still do it. Like, yeah, that's great.
I heard
Yeah.
that a long time. The things we resist are the things that we should be
To work on.
embracing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a little life changing. I think I heard that from Georgia like years ago.
Yeah.
So somewhere in all of that.
I guess that makes sense, right? Like it's
Yeah,
probably
if you're
showing us
resisting
where
it.
we have room to
Well, like
grow a
physical
little.
people, like my
Yeah.
Pilates instructor years ago and a yoga instructor years ago say the same thing. Like, I
Yeah.
never want to use that foam roller because it hurts. Well, that means you need it right there.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
sometimes it's in the discomfort that we learn the
Right.
most.
Yes.
Like we almost need that discomfort to push us a little to be like, why is this uncomfortable for me?
And
Yeah.
explore what, yeah.
Don't run
exactly.
Yeah.
Why are
Run
you
toward it.
resisting?
Like it's like let me embrace it and lean into it just a little
Yeah.
instead of letting that
running
fear
from it.
kind of take over. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, that's great. All right. Here's one I'm curious about too, because I always love these kind of ones. If you could go back and talk to yourself on the first day of the program, knowing what you know now, like what would you tell yourself? That's okay too.
I do know, so I'll start. I would say it's okay that you didn't lose that 30 pounds that you said you were gonna lose. You lost weight in other ways, like I just lost a lot of baggage this year, so. But
Wow.
I would tell myself, you know, get ready, because you're getting well equipped to be able to do it, you
Okay.
know, so I will tell myself that.
Wow, what a year. Really,
Yeah,
what a year that's setting you up for so much. Yeah.
so we'll see. I'm feeling good about it. You know, shaky a little, but good.
Okay.
We'll see where it goes, right? That's all you can do is see where it goes.
Embrace
so.
it. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's, I mean, I think that in itself, you know, being able to reach your weight goals is amazing too, but I really think that just what you said, what you've come to know about yourself and what you've come to experience, and just things that are going to last,
Yeah.
you know, regardless of weight, these things are going to help you and be with you the rest of your life, what you've discovered. Like,
I think so. And you know, when
Yeah.
I tell people about this program, I always
Mhm.
say, and I have a lot of people that have joined actually.
Great.
But I always say it's not about what you're eating, it's about what's eating you.
yeah,
You know, and I've
Yeah.
discovered that. But for me, obviously some things are still eating me because
yeah,
I'm still eating, you know, although I feel like I'm doing okay, but I
Okay.
haven't gotten to that goal of, wow, I want to lose 30 pounds and I'm just going to
Okay.
do it,
yeah,
you know,
Yeah.
but it's coming.
yeah.
So
Everything else you've gained is incredible.
thank you. I
Yeah.
feel good about it.
Good. It's wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Anyone else have anything you would like to tell your old self a year ago? Whether it's to encourage yourself, whether it's to tell yourself, get ready, look out,
Yeah.
whatever it might be.
I don't know right now. Like, I don't know. I have to think about that. I don't know.
For me, it might be just take a step in the direction, and then that'll lead to another step. Like just
Mm.
like with the exercise thing,
Yeah.
just do something. Like don't just
Yeah.
keep saying I want to start that. I want to start that. Like take a step and do something,
Okay.
even if it's
Good.
walk from here to there or park a little
Right.
further from the door, whatever.
Okay.
Just do something.
Yeah. It's those little things that make the big differences. That adds up. Yeah. Yeah, that's great. And I think that can also kind of keep you going on the days that feel a little hard or a little difficult, knowing, okay, I don't have to have it all figured out, but I know my next
I
little
can
step.
do little things or just
Yeah.
one little thing.
Yeah. That I've got, that I can handle. You know, like you kind of know you have a plan.
Mhm.
It's kind of a good empowering feeling, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. All right. Anyone else want to chime in on that one, or you want to head to the last one?
You know what I think, honestly, if I'm being honest, you know what I think I would say to myself this time? Because I'm a little disappointed that I didn't accomplish even though I know what Lisa was saying, that you accomplish other things, but I slid backwards a bit. So I'm like a little disappointed in myself. And I think I would say to myself to remember how you feel now, so that when you stray or when you're not focusing, maybe that'll be a way to get you back focused for your goal. Maybe somewhere in there, maybe something like that.
That makes sense, to kind of sit with that feeling of,
Yeah, like just remember that, you didn't do it this year, so remember this because you want to accomplish it next year.
okay,
Maybe,
Yeah. that's a
maybe.
good motivator. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And my last question I was wondering is, what would you tell someone else embarking on this journey?
Oh, go for it. Just do it. It's the best thing I ever did in my life. Even though this year was a little rocky, best thing I ever did in my life, without a doubt.
That's great. Yeah.
That's it.
Don't tell
I'm
your
done.
husband.
I know, right?
Yeah. It's between us.
Yeah. Good. So it sounds like everyone's gotten so much out of this, really. Like,
Mhm.
and you know what? I also love that there's so many similarities
Mhm.
of the things that you've been able to kind of bond over and support each other with. And, you all have a lot of similar goals, but then you've also all had such an individual kind of experience too. Like you've all kind of come away with something so different from this also, like kind of what you needed at the time, whether it's, what you thought you needed in the beginning, or whether it's something completely different, just like as you've kind of gone through this path, like everyone's experience has just been like, well, I think it's pretty amazing, really, just to think of all the things that you've learned about yourself, and just the connection, and then also your individual accomplishments are huge.
I just remembered something, and you know about this, that I don't know which question it falls under really, but I discovered, like, I always wanted to help other people. So I have a bunch of family members who are unhealthy,
Okay.
and some of them have current medical issues
Mm.
that will be improved if they get themselves healthier with eating and exercise and all.
Mhm.
And then some are heading that way.
Okay.
So I always wanted to help them, and I'd always try, and
Yeah.
I discovered this year, I need to focus that energy on me because they're not open to it.
Yes.
So it's
Preach
better
it.
if I just, it's better if I
Yes.
just set the example,
Yes.
even stronger than I am already, you know, and
Yeah.
so I put that energy in me because I'm the willing student, they're
Yeah.
not. And that's,
Yeah.
it all came to me like in those terms
Man,
now, like, so. it was
What a
like I see
revelation to
the light.
have. Yeah.
And it inspires me more when I'm around them. It
Mhm.
actually inspires me more to be healthier.
Go
Good.
the other direction.
Yeah, it does,
Yeah.
because I'm looking at them, I'm looking at what they're eating, I'm looking at what they're doing, and
Man.
I'm like, give me some more water. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I just.
Like,
do
how
healthy
profound is
stuff.
that though? To just be like, you know what? I have to do this for
Yeah.
me because I can support and I can be there for people
Mhm.
and I can lead by example. But at the end of the day, if someone doesn't want to change for themselves or make changes that are going to benefit them, like,
Right. I
man,
can't
you can
force
make
them.
yourself so stressed,
Yeah,
so
it's
much
just
energy.
so sad to
Yeah.
watch because you're kind of
Yeah.
watching them kill themselves.
Yeah,
But
you love
I
them.
can't
Yeah.
change it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but man, just what a way to kind of refocus where you can use your energy. You know,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
big. Yeah, that is a great one.
Mhm.
Mm.
All right. Anyone else have anything they want to add? Anything for the good of the
No, but I
community?
like the questions.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, it's like I was just curious. Really, I just wanted to know how your experience was. Like I said, it was something that was such an amazing thing for me at the time that I did it, and
Mhm.
I just was really curious to see how everyone else made out with it. And yeah, I just feel like it's such an accomplishment. Just
Yeah.
looking back on everything that you've been through, that you've overcome, that you know, like realized about yourself.
Mhm.
That's just such a major thing to be
Yeah.
very, very proud of. So I think it's just kind of fun to look back, and I'm really happy I got to be here so you could tell me about it because
Good.
it's fun. Yeah.
Nice to have you back in the
Yeah.
group.
And I missed
Yes,
everybody.
Kelly, it's nice. It is, Kelly. It's nice to see you and talk to you.
Yeah. Like I'll never forget like the year that I got to be here with everybody was just and like I think it's just a lot of what you've said tonight, just like the support, the connection means
Camaraderie.
everything. And it's like I know that we could go years without seeing each other or even talking, but just not like I know there's always people through this group that are like in each other's corner. And like if I reached out to any of you tomorrow, it'd be like, okay, well, you know, pick right back up with just
Yes,
supporting
exactly.
and having each other's back. And like that's just I feel like that's priceless. One of the things from this group that's just
Mhm.
amazing. So I'm just really happy that you guys all seem to have a really good experience and a good year with it. And I'm looking forward to seeing what comes of this next year for everybody.
So what are you,
Yeah.
like, are you here, like, are you gonna be in the group? Or are you counseling, like? what-
Yeah, so I'm actually gonna just I've talked to Georgia a little bit about doing some workshops and things. So I'm hoping that we can
Oh,
maybe create
wow.
some different topics and do maybe a
that's
couple
nice.
workshops together. But I'm mainly going to be doing counseling through here. So
If your church needs a person to come in and do a workshop.
yeah,
Yeah, right, there you go.
yeah, I'm open
Give me your
to
topics.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
open to anywhere. I'm going to be doing, I think next month, I'm going to do the Linwood public schools. They're having like a teacher's wellness day. So I'm going to do like a little talk on anxiety there. So yeah, I'm really excited about just getting out
That's
there.
awesome.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Good for
pumped.
you. That's terrific.
Thanks.
Yep,
But yeah, hopefully I'll get to see more of everybody just kind of through different
yeah.
things that are going on here. So
Mhm.
and I'll probably be using some office space. So I'll at least be in the building at different times. So that'll be really nice just to run into everybody. Yeah.
Can I make?
That
one
would be
announcement?
nice.
What's
Yeah.
listed on Georgia's
Oh, yeah,
stuff
we
yet,
have
'cause I
another
just planned that date that I was
Yeah,
telling you
I'm
about.
excited about that.
I don't know if you guys saw yet the announcement I put on Love Your Body site about the bra fitting.
Yes.
Oh,
I confirmed the
fun.
date
I
with
wanna do that.
Georgia and I told Dana, so
went
she marked it for us.
I haven't been.
Really?
And
Good.
it's a great place, right? Lisa just went
I
recently
just went
to
because
it.
I need one for my son's wedding, but
Oh,
they were
yeah.
great. They were
all
great.
right, so
Okay.
when
It's
is
just
it,
wonderful. It's Wednesday, April 13th, 6 p.m.
I think I could, I think I'm going.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't say RSVP yet because it's still early, but Georgia
Oh,
said
yeah.
put it there and then we'll post it again. We'll post it a few more times so people know, put it on your calendar, and then we'll try to get a count, you know. She
Yeah.
usually does like 6 or 7 people, but you know, we
Nice.
can go plus or minus one. But if there's too many, then it lasts too long because she fits
Right.
everybody, you know, one at a time
Makes sense.
and that, but it's gonna be wonderful.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Okay.
Ladies'
Great.
night.
Okay.
Did anyone need any of the other dates again for any of the announcements in the beginning? While
What
we're
were
on the
they?
topic? Okay, yeah, I'll go through them. So let me just pull up a slide. I had trouble sharing my screen, so I'm just gonna pull it up and read it to you. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we already mentioned you have your final celebration coming up in 2 weeks. It's going to be live here at Vitality. You can go ahead and schedule your 30-minute appointment with Georgia to discuss your next steps.
Will you do that?
Yeah, it looks like you can reach out to her to go ahead and schedule that when you're ready. It looks like you can either call, or if you want to scan, does she usually send out the PowerPoints after?
She posts them.
Okay.
We can go look at them.
Okay, so maybe if she posts this, it looks like you can scan right here to schedule your 30-minute one too.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and then there were a couple other, 2 weeks is your final celebration.
What date
Where
is that? March 8th, right?
The 9th.
The
March
9th.
9th?
All
Okay.
right, let's see,
There
sorry.
is something on the 8th.
March 9th, yep, the final celebration just says wear something that makes you feel beautiful and confident.
I think this is probably better.
First Wednesday.
And then, yes, March 8th at 7 p.m. There's a firing up your metabolism.
This is March 9th.
Wednesday, March 16th at 6 is a program on revolutionizing your health.
What date was that?
That's Wednesday, March 16th at 6 p.m. And then Saturday, March 19th at 11 a.m. There's 3 secrets to ditching diets forever, plus a bonus topic, which is in person, that one.
Okay.
And it looks like you can sign up for all of these on the Vitality
What's the
website.
date of
Good.
that one? Each of the diets?
That one is Saturday, March 19th
Oh.
at 11 a.m.
We have Jen's,
All right. And I think that's everything coming up. And then the 2022-23 Love Your Body group starts the end of March.
Oh, it is.
She has March 23rd, but Joanne was saying she was talking to Georgia and it might be the following week. So
Okay.
the end of March will be that starting again. So, all right. Get rid of that. Okay. I think that's everything I've got. Anyone else have anything you want to, before I unzoom?
No, but thank you for everything.
You, it
Thanks.
was,
So good to see you. Hopefully I'll see you again soon.
it was so good to see everybody.
Bye, girl.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Bye. Yeah.
So-
Bye.
Bye.
And Lisa maybe.
Where's